Hello adventurers! Do not visit China without installing these apps, especially if you don't speak the local language, because you might lose access to your money, get lost, or worse, be stuck with no means to ask for help. In this video, I'll go through the 10 essential apps that you will absolutely need to ensure that your trip goes smoothly without a hitch. Let's begin. Number 1. To avoid getting lost or ending up at the wrong place, don't use Google Maps. It's actually blocked in China. But even if you manage to access it, it's grossly outdated because it hasn't been updated since the 2010s. Critical landmarks, especially those that were built since the last update, might be missing. For example, you won't find the Shangri-La railway station on Google Maps. Therefore, to save yourself the trouble, just abstain from using it. A great alternative map app that works with minimal language barrier is AMap, which displays both the Mandarin and the English name for most points of interest. The search function also works, but sometimes you will need the Mandarin name to find the place correctly. By the way, Google is not the only thing that's blocked in China, but I'll get to the rest later. The easiest way to get around the city in China is via a taxi. However, if you don't speak the local language, Mandarin, it might be a little bit difficult to communicate where you want to go. Fortunately, you can bypass this language barrier by using this English-enabled ride-hailing app called Didi Taxi. This is essentially the Uber or Grab in China. Make sure to download this app in advance, set up your account, link up your credit card payments, because there's a 2FA setup that you need to do before you can use the app. To call a taxi, simply input your pickup point and your drop-off point, then the app will find a car to pick you up and bring you there, all without having to speak a single word. However, make sure that you input the correct pickup and drop-off, because if you have to explain it, then it might be a bit troublesome. But if you're visiting China, don't just visit one city, because there are many other exciting ones to explore. The good news, most of the major cities are very well connected via high-speed train. And no worries,
taking a train in China is easy.
It's also the best way to get between major cities because they're all very well connected via high-speed rail. However, buying the train ticket can be tricky. Again, to bypass the language barrier, use this other app called trip.com. They have a dedicated section for sales of China train tickets. Simply put your start point, end point, and the travel date. Then pick the train service that fits your itinerary. However, beware, there may be multiple train stations in the city. For example, in Kunming, Yunnan, there is Kunming, which is in downtown, and Kunmingnan, which is in the south part of the city. Don't buy ticket from the wrong station. After making payment, the app will help you to book your train tickets. Within minutes, you'll receive a confirmation email that will include your car number and seat number. You don't need to redeem or collect your tickets anywhere else. This is all you need. Just beware when buying the train tickets, some of the cities in China sounds similar. Just double check your start and end point, make sure it's the right place. Now come the worst and the best part of China, how to make payment. Most vendors here only accept QR payments. Actually, some of them accept cash, but they don't carry a lot of change. So if you have big notes, they likely won't have any change for you. To avoid being stuck with no means to pay, download these two apps that will cover all of your payment needs in China: WeChat and Alipay. It's super important to download these apps in advance, set up your account, do your verifications, link your credit card before stepping foot in China. All of this sounds like a lot of work. But once this is out of the way, you get to enjoy the best part. No need to carry any cash. Every vendor that I dealt with always have WeChat or Alipay. Simply open your app and scan their QR code that's always hanging around somewhere to make a payment. Another good news, all the prices are in the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the universal numbers that we all know and love. So you don't need to learn the Mandarin numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what's more important than money in China? Access to the internet. Because if you can't even open your Alipay or WeChat, you can't even pay with your money. However, your typical data roaming or local SIM card bundle may not be sufficient because of the Great Firewall. Other than Google, other sites like Facebook and WhatsApp are also blocked. So, to continue messaging your friends or catch up with your family members on Facebook, you will need to get a VPN or an eSIM. But beware, don't buy eSIMs that are based in Hong Kong. One that I've been using recently is Holafly. It's more on the pricier side, But what I like about it is that it gives you unlimited data, so I don't have to keep checking how much I have left. And good news, you can get 5% off eSIM from Holafly using my discount code DashingHeights. Now, to prepare you for times where you have no choice but to interact in local language, download the Google Translate app. I know, I said that Google doesn't work in China, but if you just install it in advance and download the Chinese language pack, actually it works perfectly. As a bonus, it won't even eat any of your data. Most of the time, I just use the camera scan function to read Mandarin words. Let me show you. I just have to open my camera and yeah, everything now is in English. Easy! They also have a conversational feature where it helps you listen to the other party and translate in real time, but personally, it kinda kills the social vibe, so I don't really like it. The best app to look for the right hotel to stay in is Trip.com. This is the same app that we used to buy the train tickets. Compared to other platforms, this offers the most options and it has very nifty filters that I like. I wanted to surprise my wife with a good hotel. So I cranked up the diamond rating, which is the luxury level of the hotel. I filtered only those with very high guest ratings while keeping it within my budget range, which was almost disastrous. Firstly, I picked a hotel deep in Shuanglangzhen, which was a beautiful area, but it was inaccessible by taxi. I had a slight panic attack when the driver told us to get off because he couldn't drive any further in. The hotel was nowhere in sight. Thankfully, we got in touch with the hotel who sent a tuk-tuk to pick us and our luggage. To avoid ending up in such a panicky situation like me, if you're planning to stay in the old town area, not just Shuanglangzhen, any old town, to reduce the amount of walking or sub-transfers, pick the hotel that is nearer to the main road. This way, your taxi can drop you off right into your hotel. If you find this guide helpful so far, please consider making your train and hotel bookings via my affiliate link. This will get me a small commission, which helps me make more video guides like this. Thank you very much. Next, the easiest way to get attraction tickets, also Trip.com. So yeah, they sell train tickets, hotel, attractions. Actually, they also sell flight tickets. Very convenient. I approve. The biggest advantage here is that I don't have to struggle in the local language that I'm not familiar with because most of the things are in English. Just buy it from the app. After checkout, you'll most likely get a QR code, which is the ticket itself. In some cases, you'll have to go to the ticketing counter to redeem your purchase tickets, which is still less stressful than trying to buy tickets in person. If you're planning to sign up for a local tour, be sure to input your phone number that you used to sign up for WeChat because it's highly likely that they will try to contact you there. Now, to satisfy your appetite for local food, download the Dianping app. This is where you find all the ratings for the top restaurants. They also have a built-in translation, which helps out a lot. But if you're feeling lazy and just want to order in, online takeaway is very common and very convenient in China. However, you'll need a working local phone number to make an order and enough Mandarin language skills to help you navigate through the app. If you're comfortable with that, this other app, MeiTuan, is your key to unlocking delicious food anytime, anywhere. If you're staying at a hotel with a reception, you can kind of borrow their phone number and ask them to help you write the address on the app. And congratulations! With these apps installed, you are absolutely ready to have a good time in China. But if you're not sure where to start, check out my video on Yunnan, which is perfect for first-timers in the region. I'll see you there.